Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Make sure to like and subscribe to the channel for more interesting stories like these. Now, let's get into today's story video.
Caught my wife cheating on me with her boss who happens to be a celebrity. Just like that, my whole life is gone. Her and I have been married for 6 years, but we've been together for 15. We only have one kid. We are a lesbian relationship, and I had no idea she was interested in guys until this occurred. I'm not sure I even know who she is anymore. She's not aware that I discovered it, and I'm still not emotionally prepared to address her right now. I haven't seen her in about 4 days, and she won't be returning home until Friday due to crucial business concerns, but I now know that it was also a made-up lie. She's presumably with her employer, reveling in her wealth and success. I just discovered out because all of our phone data had been synchronized when I upgraded my phone, and the texts were simply there. I can't seem to get it out of my thoughts. I never saw a reason to be skeptical of her since I trusted her so much. We'd been together since we were kids and she'd never let me down. I'm completely taken aback, and I have no one to talk to since, after all, she's still my wife, and I don't want to hear anybody speak negatively about her. I'm quite sure this is no longer going to function. She dumped me for a guy, not another woman. I recognize a good-looking guy when I see one, and he is unquestionably one of them. I can't compete with him since he's wealthier and more successful than I am. I've seen him in movies and TV programs, and I've seen him in person. I used to have a lot of respect for him. I've never felt so belittled in my life. I'm not sure where I went wrong since everything went just as intended. We promised our kid a nice family, and she sabotaged it. Right now, he's the only thing keeping me sane. I would have done something risky if it hadn't been for him. She earns more money than I do, and divorce will be quite expensive. I'm still debating if I want to do it right now. Maybe she wants one as well. I need to speak to her, but doing so makes it real, and I'm not ready to confront that yet. I'm at a loss on what to do. I'm completely lost. I'm too old to start anew. What lady would want me at my age? And even if they do, it won't be the same connection I had with her. I let myself and my kid down. He should not have to bear the repercussions of her acts and my failing. He did not choose to be born into this world. We made a decision and made a pledge, but it didn't get us anywhere. I want to seek treatment and legal counsel, but for the time being, all I actually need is a buddy. Edit, I like conversing with you all, and I apologize for not responding to all of your messages. There's simply so much to do, but I'll do my best. I never anticipated things to go so wrong, but my wife will return on Friday. On the same day, I'll be meeting with a divorce lawyer. I'm hoping I can put on a brave front and pretend everything is well. I intend to conceal the fact that I am aware of her affair. This will put me one step ahead of the divorce proceedings, which will make me feel a lot better. It also allows me more time to collect proof. Please send me your best wishes. My STBX is vehemently opposed to the divorce and wants us back together. She is in such a state of desperation that she has had to seek the assistance of her family. Of course, she got it. Divorce will be very difficult since she refuses to cooperate. I still have no understanding what's going on half of the time since I despise legal jargon. I eventually spoke with her affair partner last Sunday, after threatening to expose him. I'm embarrassed that I allowed myself to do it, and the language I used wasn't exactly courteous. I was seized by rage. I'm amazed we were able to get an agreement on meeting. If it hadn't been for his lovely wife, I would have slammed his head against a table as soon as I saw him that day. Lol. He apologized, and I could see he was earnest in his apology. He started telling me that he told her about his open marriage with his wife and that he never, ever suggested sleeping with her, STBX. He had that much faith in my wife. In reaction to his statement, my STBX said that our marriage was no longer as thrilling as it once was, and I reportedly stated that sleeping with other people was also okay. Their affair did not begin immediately after that, rather, it developed gradually. AP's wife claimed to have slept with my wife as well. When she inquired if I was sleeping around, my STBX answered that I didn't want it just yet, but that I was completely happy with what she was doing as long as no one talked about it until I asked. I never stated this, and I never thought our marriage was boring. Every day was magnificent with her. We do have a routine, but I like it. It made me want to do something. She lied to each and every one of us. It stings. I'm not sure I trust AP, but he has no motive to lie since he provided me documentation of her stating this. I've gone missing on my STBX. While my kid is with her, I've been staying someplace else. She has been pestering me incessantly, seeming to care. Even if she did, the harm has already been done, and it's too late to undo it. It's excruciatingly painful, yet I'm also numb. I'm simply laughing at the scenario. She had a lot of fun with me. Even after everything, I still have a lot of feelings for her. I think about reconciliation from time to time, hoping that things will return to normal, that I'll recover from this, and that we'll be stronger as a result. But I know I'm worth more than this. Much, much better. I'm not a perfect person, and I've done some dubious things in my life, but I know that the good in me exceeds the bad. I'm a wonderful person who does not deserve this. I tried to be a good wife to her, and I did everything by the book. Nonetheless, this did not deter her from cheating. If there is nothing wrong with me. It is not my fault that she is unhappy in her life. Friends and relatives from all around the globe have been sending me messages of encouragement. It caused my divorced parents to argue merely to come up with methods to cheer me up. It's adorable, in my opinion. I've been considering going to Australia. Is this ever possible? Is it possible for me to bring my son? I'm thinking of bringing this up with my lawyer. I was speaking with an old acquaintance who lives nearby. And guess what? She also divorced her spouse 2 years ago. She has been a great source of comfort for me. Sometimes your life is polluted by negative memories, and you end up all over the place. Then all of your relatives and friends appear out of nowhere to pick up your shattered pieces. Then it doesn't seem so horrible anymore. I wish I could be there with them. I can't wait to get out of here. Story 2. Having trust issues with new partner after ex-wife cheated continuously for 25 years. Firstly, there are no COVID restrictions in my area, hasn't been since May. A bit of background first, and sorry if there is missing information, but I have had to skip some things to shorten this post. I, 52 male, was married to my ex-wife, 53 female, for just over 25 years, divorce finalized 1 week ago. 3 adult children, 24 female, 22 male, 20 female, DNA proves they aren't my bio children, but I am still their dad. The following happened in the first 3 weeks of June, worst 3 weeks of my life. Walked in on her cheating with some guy who was there to fix A in the drywall. Found out she had slept with 54 men and 3 women since we got married. Found out she had been sleeping continuously with my best friend and his wife since before we were married. Found out all 3 children are not my bio children. From here I'll give some details about where I was emotionally and how I met my current GF. At this point I had hardly slept and hadn't cried at all over the whole saga. I just felt empty. I actually decided that afternoon to end my life. My plan was to drive my boat out into international waters and end it in a way that no one would get scarred by having to find my body. I even packed the boat with everything I would need and filled it up with gas. By the time I had finished it was getting dark. So I decided to do it the next day. I didn't want to be alone, so I booked a hotel room in the city and rang an escort agency. I don't know what I was thinking, I just didn't want to be alone. So I checked into the hotel and went to the restaurant to meet her. We met, I paid her, I will call her Angel, 25F, and we talked. I just told her I was married and going through a divorce. Then we talked about her, well, she talked and I listened. We ordered our meals and I ordered some wine. I tried to pour her a glass, but she said she didn't drink because she had nearly died of a drug overdose in the past and has now been sober for 18 months. I asked about her hopes and dreams. She said she didn't have any because she was just surviving day to day. I looked into her eyes and it was like she looked straight into my soul. It actually unsettled me a bit. The meals came and I realized this was the first thing I had eaten in a week. We chatted some more, finished our meals and started walking back to the hotel. About halfway back to the hotel, a girl on a small motorbike lost control, mounted the curb and was going to hit Angel. Out of instinct I pivoted and the bike glanced off me, missing Angel. I got a few bruises and a bit of skin off, but I was okay. At that point I feeling like an idiot and sore and just wanted to go home, but I had drunk a bottle of wine and was over the limit. When we got to reception I checked out and was asking if I could leave my truck there and call a taxi as I was over the limit. Then Angel said that she would drive my truck and I home. We got home, Angel cleaned my wounds. I thanked her and said that I hadn't called for an escort for the usual reasons, and that I would call a taxi for her and give her the money to get home. She asked if she could stay. At that point I didn't care about anything and said yes, if she wanted. There was beds in the spare rooms. I went and had a shower in bed. About 10 minutes later Angel got into bed beside me and said she knew that I didn't want, but she kind snuggled up beside me and just held me with her head on my shoulder. Right then something in me broke. I started crying uncontrollably and told her everything, every sordid detail, even my plan to end it all. She just kept holding me and telling me that everything would be okay. Then I fell asleep. Angel saved my life that night. I woke up 12 hours later to a stunningly beautiful young woman wearing one of my t-shirts that looked like a dress on her, making me coffee. We exchanged phone numbers, but I didn't think she would actually call. She was 27 years younger and way out of my league. She rang me every day to check up on me. Then she told me she wanted to get out of the lifestyle she was in but didn't know how, So I offered her one of my spare rooms so she didn't have to pay rent. So we became roommates and then best friends, nothing romantic. For nearly 6 months we have spent all of our time together. My children and I had also started a new family tradition to get together every second Sunday for lunch. 4 weeks ago, after my daughters had gone shopping with Angel, my daughters dragged me out to the backyard and said to me, "Are you effing blind? Angel is in love with you and she has been waiting 6 months for you to be ready." I was stunned and didn't believe them. Then my youngest daughter rolled her eyes and said, "Wake up, Dad." I walked straight inside and kissed Angel, and we have been together since. 2 days before the divorce was finalized, my ex-wife was in a car accident, broken pelvis, and put me down as an emergency contact. The hospital rang and asked me to take up some things for her. I did it. She then tells me that Angel is going to cheat on me because there is no way I can give her what she needs. I know that I have no reason to doubt Angel, and I know it's all in my head, but I keep getting this awful feeling in my gut when she goes out. I don't want it to affect what we have, but I can't stop it. Can anyone give some help to get past this?